Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in and watching my next video. This is Seewing Yee. So, in case you don't know who am I, for the past more than 20 years, I have taken my core group of real estate member investors throughout the country to enter a new market, new real estate market as investors. So, I use the term the path of growth and the migration patterns. I follow the new builders in different part of the country over the past 20 years. I go to we enter a market early. Our builders will build and people will come. That's the idea. So we enter a new market before anybody gets in. Get in there first, and then the rest of the migration, the rest of the job growth, population growth, and ultimately will enter this new wave of locations throughout the US. And of course, in the past 10 years or so, the migration into the new communities, into the outskirts of major metros, into boomtowns, into suburban, into the path of growth, where when people enter these new areas, home prices are low, home prices are affordable. You have many people moving these new locations, and many of the people they are moving into these new locations, they are not in a position to buy their houses yet. They are renting. So as a result, as real estate investors, we find these new boom markets, follow the migration patterns, the path of growth into new communities in strategic areas in the US. So the main areas that we've been focusing on are South and Southeast. And the top two markets we have been doing a lot of work for our investors are Florida and Texas. With few other markets as well throughout the South and Southeast. And some are in the Midwest. So the numbers make sense. And we have, the turnkey, the whole one-stop shop available for turnkey out-of-state investors wherever you're located. Many of our investors located in California over the years. Many are located in very expensive metros like the Pacific Northwest and the Northeast, New York, New Jersey, tri-state area, and Chicago, the expensive Midwest area. A lot of the investors in these locations they find it very difficult for them to cash flow because their markets are so expensive. They decided to go out of state. So this is our niche. This is what we do. So without further ado, so today I'm going to share with you the new, in my opinion, based on my vast research, we have helped many hundred investors to buy in this type of emerging markets, if you will, and with a very low cost and cash flow quite easily. New construction, we follow the builders. Okay, we follow the builders because they know what they're looking for. They know the type of economy, the type of industry, and why people are moving to these locations. So you're not going to guess. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you the map of the U.S. Not map of the U.S. I'm going to show you the map of Texas. I know what you're thinking. So please comment below right now before I will give you the exact location of where we are exploring the new migration market here in Texas. I know what you're thinking. You think, are you extending beyond the Dallas metro into the outskirts of Dallas, 1 hour north, southwest, or east, whatever? No, that's not. You're wrong. Okay. Somebody's thinking, oh, what about Houston? Oh, Houston has been growing massively over the past years and years, which is right here. Oh, am I going to the suburbs of Houston, an hour outskirts of Houston for better affordability and better cash flow for investors? No, good try. And the third market is, what about Austin? Yes, we are still doing the Austin metro, but the Austin market, just like Houston Metroplex and Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex, prices have increased dramatically, where the median price of a single family home is around $350, $400. You can't cash flow because the rent is only like $2,400, $2,500. So the yield, the return, and the cash flow and the cash on cash return does not make sense anymore. Yes, there are still pockets of Dallas suburbs, and there are pockets of Houston suburbs, and there are pockets of Austin suburbs where the affordability are still workable, but the cash flow is not all that high and the home prices are fairly expensive. Now, the last question many of you are going to ask, oh, I bet you, Seewing, that you're going to the suburbs of San Antonio. Yes, there are still opportunities in San Antonio. Yes, we are going into the suburb around 30 to 45 minutes in the outskirts of the main San Antonio metro. Yes, we have some great opportunity there, but it's also a wrong answer. I think you guys have no clue where is our next target is. It's very under the radar. It's not in the mainstream media, at least not just yet. And you're thinking, what about way up in the northeastern side of Texas, or way up north of Texas, or way on the east side of Texas? I know Texas is a very big state. I believe it's the second largest state in the country other than Alaska. I'm not sure, but I think you guys gonna give up. You guys have no clue. If you have a clue, please comment below. Tell me what you think is my next market I'm entering, the next sub market I am entering on behalf of our thousands of real estate investors within our network. And the answer is, drum roll please. The answer is right here, South Texas. Why South Texas? I believe this could be the next Boomtown because we're talking manufacturing, industrial, logistics. That's what's happening. The industrial, the manufacturing base is there, going to come across Texas border into South Texas, and the transportation system and the logistical system will penetrate into Texas and beyond through southern part of the U.S. actually. So this is just a tip of the iceberg, and this is very exciting just to share with you way down here. All right. So let me enlarge the map a little bit. Here it is, way on the border. Actually, you could say in the southeastern portion of Texas, as you can see right here, right? See that? You see this area, this 100-mile radius right here? Okay. With that said, I'm going to give you a dive deeper into what I'm talking about. And here we are. And I'm going to show you right here what I'm talking about. I'm going to share with you a deep dive into the local area of this 100-mile radius of Southeast Texas, the next mini boom town. Again, it's important for real estate investors. For many of you have followed me for the past 20 years, we have entered the suburb into the path of growth of Florida. We are still doing that right now as we speak. We have already entered into the suburbs and the path of growth of the Houston Metroplex, Dallas, Fort Worth Metroplex, Austin Metro in the suburbs, and San Antonio of suburbs metro. Now we're entering into South Texas metro. All right. And here are some of these amenities that's happening. For example, one of the area we are targeting, by the way, toward the end of this video, shortly, I'm going to tell you exactly what type of product, in other words, to buy. In other words, I'm going to tell you what type of asset class, what quality, what category, what are the numbers. We're going to show the numbers that makes this property good value add and cash flow. And it's a strong rental market as well. So Alamo is one of the sub-market we are targeting within the areas of Alamo or Edinburgh and McAllen. McAllen is one of the larger cities, larger medium-sized cities in the South Texas region. Of course, Alamo is located 10 miles from the McAllen International Airport. In Texas, whenever you see H-E-B stores, H-E-B is a very huge grocery chain in the southern part of the U.S. If you see any location that have H-E-B, you know it's a up and coming, fast growing area. Of course, Costco, Walmart, fitness club, and we have mall. So all those things are important economic driver for any region, not just South Texas. All right. Let's give you again, McAllen, Edinburgh, Mission, now is the fifth largest MSA, which is Metropolitan Statistical Area, according to the Census Bureau in Texas. Fifth largest. All right. So I'm not going to give you all the detail. You can pause the screen anytime you want once you watch this video. So you can go through the numbers. But suffice to say, of course, the metro is the number one in Texas. Everybody knows. Dallas, Fort Worth is huge. Second is Houston Metro. The third is Austin, Round Rock, and San Antonio. That's the fourth area. And the fifth area, surprisingly, is South Texas as we speak. Projection of population growth is pretty strong as well. And it's located in Hidalgo County. A lot of jobs, a lot of industrial manufacturing jobs, logistical jobs, and the whole 9 yards. It's a growing economic region. Mexico is growing very fast. They're doing business with the U.S. across the border quite a bit. You'll be very surprised. So you guys need to do more research above and beyond this video that I'm showing you. As you can see, the population in McAllen is almost 1 million people. And the surrounding MSA or Reynosa is almost 700,000 people, and so forth. Brownsville, Harlingen, and Matamoros Metropolitan Service Area. Fifth largest metropolitan statistical area in Texas. McAllen, Edinburgh, and Mission sub-market region. All right. So in terms of, again, see, foreign trade. This area is on the in the center of the foreign trade zone, which consists of 410 companies from 42 countries with 30 billion in border trade through this trade zone. So a lot of you guys have no clue about what's going on, right? The shopping mall in McAllen, there's a $400 million in sales, and there's still retail, there are for-profit, numerous medical center facilities and hospitals. When you're surrounded by world-class medical centers, so there's a lot of jobs, the healthcare industry jobs. You have a lot of traveling nurses that come through these locations. You can convert some of your long-term rentals into mid-term rentals, right? And traveling nurses and healthcare professionals, they typically have a 3 to 4 months assignment. So they come over here and they need a fully furnished mid-term rental houses to pay you more than the annual rent. For some of you, yes, buy long-term rentals, traditionally, something that I've been promoting for years, but you can easily convert your rental property into mid-term rentals and charge 50% higher rent to the healthcare professionals. So you can achieve much higher cash flow than a traditional long-term rental market property. Does that make sense? So the fact that this place have a lot of hospitals that really make this area very robust and make your rental market very strong. And again, your primary goal is a long-term rental, 1 year annual renewable lease. Secondarily, once you purchase your brand new properties, at some point in time, do your additional research, and you may easily convert either one of your unit of your multi-unit, or you convert each room to make it a mid-term rental, even a short-term rental. That might be a possibility, but I'm not sure. That I have not done that much of a deep dive into short-term rental scenarios in the South Texas region. But all right, and of course, you also need some colleges and universities located close to the location that you are buying properties. So you have the healthcare industry, you have the education history. So there's a lot of potential renters out there for college professors, instructors, and students that have the ability to rent your home, either annual lease or rent by room or rent by unit or short-term or long-term or mid-term rental as well. You'll be surprised, all right? So I have done a fair amount of research, and this region of Texas, you will have those flexibility associated with your rental property. I'm not going to discuss the state of Texas. Texas is the, as many of you already know, Texas is the number 2 most populous state in the U.S. with an economy larger than Australia and South Korea. Wow. Isn't it amazing? The population growth is not distributed equally. The 10 counties in Texas are experiencing a disproportionate share of the growth, and Hidalgo County being one of them here in South Texas. All right, so that's pretty much I have to say on here. So right now I'm going to give you a sample of a property we have available. And by the way, we are focusing our opportunity on new construction duplex to fourplex. And look at this. Nowhere else in the country you can find a new construction fourplex in this area at only $495,000. We're talking 8.06% cap rate. That's a no-brainer, because if that's the case, your monthly rent per unit on this brand new fourplex, your monthly rent is probably a little bit more than $1,000. Yeah, a little bit more than $1,000. That's right. 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Anytime you can find a fourplex, new construction, which is very rare anywhere in the country, that rents for total on all 4 doors around at least $4,000. Clearly, a cap rate of 5% is the benchmark for reasonable cash flow, if you will. An 8% cap rate gives you a very good cash flow at 25% down payment. Your monthly cash flow should be several $100s and even more. So great value. So that's on. This is one of the sample. We have more. I'm not gonna discuss any more houses, because there are a number of fourplexes available in this region that we have relationship with the local builder. As always, this kind of cheap new construction fourplex and even duplexes around, or even half as cheaper. Very good value, great rental market, is fast growing area. And as investors, I've worked with you for many of you over the years. You know what I'm talking about. You enter a new market earlier, at the earliest possible moment. You buy this brand new construction at phase 1, right? Some of these properties are already finished completion. You could close. You can open up escrow on it. Some of these fourplexes are under construction. Yeah, you can put an earnest deposit, $5,000, $10,000 to secure the lot, and it'll take them who knows how long, 4 to 6 months to 8 months to complete the house. But you lock in at the contract price early on, and hopefully the appreciation will give you some walking equity by the time you close escrow 6 to 9 months later. Then the value of your home will be higher, but you signed the contract price at the beginning, so you have the so-called walking equity. This kind of walking equity is not guaranteed. It's a different situation, but this is a very strong possibility. Okay, that's pretty much I have to say. Again, a new mini Boomtown to recap. Good cash flow, very rare potential fourplex opportunities available, new construction from a very reputable builders. I know Texas very well. We have entered Texas. My network have entered Texas for more than 20 years. And the way I am, I always look at new opportunities, new frontier. The new frontiers, that's how you look at it. With investors, you enter into market early before the mass media knows about it. That's the blueprint to achieving wealth. You get into a new market much earlier, and once everybody else move in there, drive up the prices of the area and your home prices, and the rent will increase. So if connect yourself with a great turnkey provider like we have, the connections that we have over the years, and invest for the long term, have professional property manager on the ground to do all the legwork for you, have the whole team to support you, and you can, regardless of where you live in the country, California, Chicago, Northeast, New York, New Jersey, wherever you live, you have the ability to buy this out of state, remote, almost passive investing. You own the property. It's a direct investment. There's no partnership you need to involve in. You'll buy strictly under your own name, 100%, your name, everything else. So you can grow your wealth over time using this type of market penetration strategy that I have perfected for many years. All right. With that said, thank you so much for watching. And if you see value in this presentation, please smash the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And also, the third thing I'm going to ask you to do is make comments below. Let me know what is your situation. Or you are a real estate investor? Are you interested in investing out of stake? And what is your goals and objectives? Can you do something like that? Do you feel this is something you like to buy in a good up and coming emerging market? Buy this great turnkey cash flow fourplex is such a low price, good cash flow, and surround yourself with a great team. So this is the methodology. This is a blueprint for passive income, if you will. So anyway, subscribe, look at my website below, drop your email into the forum to subscribe to our weekly turnkey real estate investor newsletter. And once you join our network, you will receive weekly free educational real estate newsletters to give you a lot of different kind of free education. And as part of our network, as part of our member, you have the opportunity to pull the trigger and buy off-market investment properties, not just in Texas, in other connections that we have in Florida and Alabama and different part of the Midwest. We also have turnkey providers who have this similar type of investing opportunities. All right. So that's all I have to say. Thank you for attending. This is Seewing Yee, and I will see you on the next video. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.